Welcome back. As promised in the previous unboxing video, I'm going to do a little deeper dive into some of these Kuiu pieces, compare and contrast old iterations as to the new iterations, and maybe the sizing and the different features between them. So in this video, we're going to do the Super Down Ultra, which is the old iteration, to the Super Down LT, which is the new iteration. So just give me a second, we're going to get right to it. Okay. First up, we're going to do the fit of the old Super Down Ultra as opposed to the fit of the new Super Down LT. So I have no real issue with the Super Down Ultra in any way, except for the length of the sleeves. Now this is a medium. I'm 5'8", about 150 pounds, which I should be a medium, like maybe I'm the upper level of mediums in most civilian clothes or, street clothes. So, one thing I did notice is that the length is a tad short in the medium and the ultra. One thing I disliked immensely is length of the sleeves. When your arms are down at your side, sleeves are the perfect length. But when you reach out in front of you to get something, or Lord forbid you have to crawl up a tree stand, these sleeves ride up your wrist something fierce. And whether this is being worn as just a simple outer layer or if it's being worn as a mid layer, every time you have to do something, whether you're crawling up a tree stand, you're climbing up them sticks, or if you're just reaching to the back of your vehicle to get something, these sleeves ride up, which I never really liked. These are extremely warm. I'm going to tell you what you can feel. The down layer radiating the heat back at you. It's a wonderful thing. Now we'll go into the finish of the jacket. I've had this jacket for about 2 years. There's no quills poking through. There's no seams opening or threads getting a little bare. Now granted, I take really, really good care of my Kuiu gear because let's face it, it's very expensive. So if you take care of it, it's going to last. I got no problems with the finish of the Super Down Ultra. Now this is the Super Down LT, which is the new iteration of the Super Down Ultra. One thing I noticed first, and I took a chance, because Kuiu can be kind of difficult to return things to. You return it to them and then they refund you. There are no exchanges for different sizes. So it could be both expensive, time consuming, but I understand Kuiu is a small company and this is what works for them, so I have no problem. But in saying that, I took a chance and I believed what they said in their videos and on their Facebook page of what the differences are. Now this is also a medium. First thing I noticed when I pulled it out, my sleeves don't raise. So they obviously fixed that one issue. So now this fits perfectly like a medium. It's a little longer in the hem, which means, when you're bending over and doing stuff, this jacket is not going to ride up on you or pull from inside an outer layer. So they fixed that. So other things are, yes, it's a little quieter than the previous, iteration. Down layers have to be loud because quills poke through fabrics. So they have to, from what I understand, they kind of singe the outer fabric so that those quills don't poke through. This is plastic, so you singe the plastic a little bit, binds it together, that way the quills don't poke through. So it is loud. Finish, now that's a fit. The finish, I really can't say that there's going to be anything different between the old one and the new one, because the old one is old and the new one is new, and so far the new one hasn't been through any, torture tests out in the field. But I really dig this jacket. The new one, the old one did have the cinches at the bottom. The new one has cinches also, but it is in a different spot. They're at the front, at each corner, where the old ones were back in. Now, let me go ahead and take this off here real quick for you. The only other differences that I can tell between these two jackets is the placement of the pockets. Look like the pockets in the LT are a little more slanted and a little farther forward, maybe to be used more as hand warmer pockets in front of you, where the older one, the pockets are right at the side seam, and it looks like they're a little higher up, but they're not. I think that the old one, the Ultra, is meant more for you wearing your vinyl harness and they're kind of here, where the new one's meant more like a parka. That's my guess. Now, between the two of these, the only reason why I really bought a new one is because I wanted a hooded jacket for sitting around camp, and also if I wear this out around town, I wanted something to keep my head warm. Now, it's a plus that the sleeves are definitely cut better than the old one. I might hand this one down to my wife, or I might sell it on eBay, which leads me to the end of this video, which these are interchangeable. The new one is an upgrade, but it's like $220, 219, I think. I get the GovX military discount, so sometimes the prices to me are different because I'm looking at the GovX price as opposed to the for general public, which I think they knock off 10% or so. Maybe it's 15. The prices for the new and the old iteration, I think, are generally the same. They really did raise the price on the new end. But I would recommend that if you absolutely have to have a down mid-layer from Kuiu and you're on a budget, go onto eBay or go onto the Facebook Kuiu buy, sell, exchange pages and get yourself an Ultra. Because if you wear a medium, I'd get a large in the Ultra. And if it's well taken care of, which most people do, you're not going to lose anything by buying something used. Now, if you have the extra money and you want to change the camo pattern or hood or not hood or whatever it is you might want to change, going with the LT is going to be an upgrade. Just know that if you wear a medium garment, it's going to be a medium fit and it's going to be fine. Same with all the rest of the different sizes. So I hope that helped you. I'm going to move on to a different line of product just to go ahead and get you in line for this season before you guys start going out and buying things. So hang on, I'm going to be right back.